Why average men satisfy women more than gifted men. Science explains this. This is uncomfortable but true. A lot of women report more satisfaction with average men than with men who are physically gifted. Not because expectations are low, but because pleasure doesn't work the way men think it does. Short pause. If you're average, this video isn't motivational. It's strategic. The big lie men grew up. Most men were taught a silent equation. More size, more pleasure. That idea didn't come from women. It came from porn, male comparison culture, ego-driven storytelling. Here's the problem. Those sources are designed for visual impact, not real experience. Real pleasure isn't visual. It's neurological. And when men chase size, they usually sacrifice something far more important: control. How the brain decides pleasure. This part matters. Don't skip it. Neuroscience shows that pleasure is processed in the brain first, not the body. Before sensation feels good, the brain asks, am I safe? Am I relaxed? Am I being rushed? Do I feel pressure? If the answer to any of those is no, intensity drops. That's why faster doesn't equal better. Stronger doesn't equal deeper. Bigger doesn't equal more memorable. Average men often don't overpower sensation, and that keeps the brain engaged instead of defensive. Why gifted men often underperform. Here's the brutal part. Men who rely on physical advantage often skip emotional buildup, assume reactions instead of reading them, confuse stimulation with connection. They think their body will compensate for attention. It doesn't. Pleasure isn't a one-way delivery system. It's a feedback loop. The moment a woman feels like an object instead of a participant, the experience flattens, regardless of size. The accidental advantage of average men usually have to pay attention. So they watch reactions, adjust timing, slow down when needed, stay mentally present. That presence creates emotional safety. And emotional safety doesn't sound exciting until you realize this. When safety increases, sensitivity increases. That's not romance talk. That's how the nervous system works. Why slow often beats strong. Here's something most men miss. The nervous system needs time to amplify sensation. When things move too fast, the brain can't anticipate. The body can't respond fully. Pleasure plateaus instead of building. Average men, without trying, often move at a pace that allows anticipation. Anticipation multiplies sensation. This is why women often describe good experiences as deep, grounding, connecting, not aggressive, not extreme. What women actually remember. Years later, women don't remember measurements. They remember how relaxed they felt, whether they felt understood, whether they felt pressured, whether they felt emotionally present with someone. That memory isn't physical, it's emotional. And emotional memory lasts longer than physical intensity. The confidence shift average men need. Here's where most average men sabotage themselves. They enter the experience trying to prove something. That desperation leaks through. Rushing, overperforming, ignoring feedback. The moment you stop trying to impress and start focusing on responsiveness, everything changes. Confidence isn't loud, it's calm. Calm keeps the nervous system open. The real reason this topic makes men uncomfortable. This truth threatens ego-based masculinity because it says, skill beats genetics, awareness beats advantage, presence beats performance. That's uncomfortable for men who want shortcuts, but empowering for men willing to learn. Strong close, retention friendly. If you're average, stop seeing it as a limitation. It's only a limitation if you try to win a game that doesn't exist. Pause. Real satisfaction isn't about size. It's about how safe, connected, and understood someone feels with